Germantown Academy comes in ranked 3rd in the state tournament with a record of 16-2. The Cougars, the first seed of the tournament, come in with a 16-5-1 record, which is a little misleading considering that some of those games were at a tournament and their younger split squad, some of the younger players got in time on that one. So pretty evenly matched group, actually, between the two. Both very similar records. I think they have vastly different playing styles, but we'll see how that plays out here this afternoon. And getting us started is number 20, Nicholas Venziali. And Germantown will take it down into the Kiski territory. Chipped on for number 13, taking chase, and cleared out for a corner kick quickly by Tati Cifuentes of Kiski. So in the corner to take the kick is Sean Lipschitz. Sends it in, headed on, and Alvaro Garrido will make the save for Kiski. He'll wait for his defense to set up, and we'll get things going for Kiski's offense. Cifuentes over to Lopez. That's cut off by number 14, Christian Combs of Germantown Academy. And cleared out of play. It will be a throw-in for the Patriots on the far side of the field. Number 11 will take that. John Strauss will throw it in for Germantown Academy. Donovan Phillip makes a nice move around the defender, has to recollect himself. It sends it wide side. He's got a runner down the near side here. It's number 11, Adrian Alvarez. Chipped on. It's cleared and just chipped over the net by Fernando Rivero. So a nice scoring opportunity from Kiski. Puts GA back on their heels a little bit. So both teams probably shaking off those nerves from the bus ride over here. Kiski getting in last night in preparation for today's game. So they've had all day to sort of prepare and freshen up. They didn't have to ride on a bus the whole time. And Kike Lopez comes in and clears it out for Kiski. So another corner opportunity, again taken by Sean Lipschitz, the captain, from the corner. Lipschitz sends it in short side. It's cleared off of one of the defenders. Crossed again, over, and save made by Alvaro. So two quality chances here from Germantown already. Guido Lopez, he's going to send it back to number 5 for GA. He pushes it on, looking for number 20 down the A. Number 4 sends it on, headed back by Ali Ferrero. Adrian Alvarez back to Ben Feinstein, who chips it on and headed out of play near side. It'll be a Kiski throw-in right below us here. Be taken by Makai Beto. Beto throws it into Alvarez. Off of the GA defender, chipped on by number 2. Ferrero coming through, heading back to, and ping-ponging back and forth. Sebastian Porcella races through to try and collect it for Kiski. Does over to Makai with a pass from Ferrero. Porcella now works it down the sideline to Adrian Alvarez. He chips it in and has it cleared out of play by number 22 of GA. That's Colin Leon. Makai throws it in, headed out by GA's defense. Feinstein chips it, finds its way over to Fernando. He finds Kike Lopez down the far side. He tries to cross it and has that one go out across the end line. It will be a kick from the keeper of Germantown Academy today. It's Joseph Cava. Throw in for Germantown Academy across the way here. Lopez able to get it with Ferrero. Now Rivero for Kiski. Back to Feinstein. Bringing it near side, it's Valdez. He sends a long pass looking for a runner. And Donovan Phillip all the way back to Cava, who collects it at the keeper position. Ferreira cuts it off at midfield for the Cougars and chipped out wide, and it's going to be a throw-in for Germantown Academy. Again, Lopez blasted further down the field. It'll be a throw-in deep in Kiski or Germantown territory, excuse me. Not as deep as it appeared from our side of the field. It'll be a little bit further up the sideline, pretty much in the same spot that it was taken from before. A little bit of dribbling at midfield from Germantown looking for a runner. It's number 20 down the sideline. Cifuentes clears it out of play. Benziali was the runner for Germantown Academy. Still scoreless here in the first half. About 33 minutes left in the first half. I don't have a scoreboard that I can look at. It's actually right next to us, but we can't see what it is. So we're keeping time up here on the tower. Doesn't really look like anybody's keeping time on the floor either, but Alvarez now with it. Works around, looks for Donovan Phillip. Cleared away neatly by GA, and they go the other way. It's number 7 for Germantown. Looking to make his way around the Kiski defense. He's got Makai Beto there. Working around Valdez is number 20, who crosses it well over the back and over the net. That's Venziali again with the cross attempt for Germantown. Alvaro will push his teammates forward and set up the goal kick from the Kiski end of the field. Cut off by number 7. That's Sean Lipschitz for GA. Played out to midfield. It's Donovan Phillip laying it off for Fernando Rivero. He slows things down by passing it back to Mackay. Mackay has Alvarez, who tries to turn with it. He's cut off by number 5, Connor Wetzel of the back line of GA. They now move things to the other side of the field and out of play on the far side, right in front of the Cougars student section. Lopez in for Feinstein, played off to Ferrero. And GA has their feet moving as they cut things off, but Valdez will pass to Feinstein, who has it at the midfield line. He crosses. It's deflected off of GA, but turning with it with a nice touch is Porchella. He crosses it into space, and Cava is there to collect it at the back for GA. Still scoreless here in the first half. 31 minutes remaining in the first half. Throw in from Lopez, works around 2 defenders and down to Donovan Phillip, who's on the run with it. Dribbling. Cuts to midfield, looks for some space. He finds it with Adrian Alvarez out on the outside edge of the box. He works inside, works past the defense, chips it in to the box, and cleared by GA temporarily. Ferrero will play it out wide to Porchella on the right-hand side. Back to Ferrero and Lopez at the back. He sends it into the box looking for anybody on the other end, and he finds Joseph Cava, the keeper for GA. It's put out well past midfield by the punt of the keeper and played out the side. Throw in by GA on the far side of the field. Knifing through is Ali Ferrero. He turns, finds Rivero to Feinstein. He's going to turn and switch the field. He's going to send it near side. And cutting through was number 4. That's Brett Repbiner. Wetzel is pressured by Kiski. Alvarez keeps it in, back to Feinstein. In tight here. Near side under the scaffolding we're on. Mackay will send it back to his captain at the back, Sebastian Valdez. Kiski finding a little bit of rhythm now with their passing. Rivero into Feinstein, turns to Donovan Phillip, who's got the left foot and sends it just high over the net. Played short to Wetzel by his keeper. Chipped on, finds the foot of number 7. Kiski takes it the other way, though. Mackay with it. Ferrero will play it back to Sebastian Valdez. Looking for Fernando. He finds him in midfield. Back to Totti. Ferrero and Totti exchange passes. And Totti has his head up. He's looking to further down the field. He's going to look to this left wing over the head of number 4 to Adrian Alvarez. Cuts in. He's got space for the shot. And Cava with a nice save. It's still not out of trouble for GA, though. Feinstein collects it. And coming away with it for GA is number 13. Coach Laux calling for the press. He gets it from Feinstein and Alvarez. And the referee is going to signal for a GA throw-in down deep in the Patriots' territory. Kept in by Kiski. GA clears it to midfield. Lopez working around number 14. Finds Porchella. Sebastian gets it caught up in the feet of a GA defender, but no harm, no foul as it makes its way back to Ferrero. He's going to clear it. They're trying to find this connection over here to Alvarez that they found a couple of times. And GA seems to be inviting it. Number 4 playing up a little bit. Shot attempt from Fernando Rivero just over the net, high over the left cross, left post of the net. So Cava will collect it, and we'll have another send away from him. Kiski getting more into their style, which is to really sell themselves on offense, press forward, not have too many people back, and GA's sort of welcoming it at this point. Ali Ferrero with it at midfield as it's sent up by Cava. Now collected Mackay Beto. He's going to send it to the other side of the field. In a foot race is Porchella. He's not able to collect it, so it'll be a throw-in on the far side of the field. It was a handball from Porchella, so it will be a free kick, not a throw-in, there on that far side of the field. Out past midfield, heading it down is Kike Lopez. GA able to keep it in on the far side. That's number 14 on the far side. Cut off by Kiski defense. Played back to Wetzel at the center back position. He looks down the left-hand side looking for number 14, Christian Combs. And out of play, it'll be a Kiski throw-in from Lopez. Looking for Porchella. And number 7 has it taken away by Mackay. Beto works to the middle of the field. Lays it off for Ben Feinstein. Has plenty of space. GA's settled back. Only one attacker up, and they've got everybody else sort of back in a defensive shell, if you will. Ferrero chipped over. Alvarez chips it on and into the arms of Joseph Cava, the keeper. Played midfield. Ali Ferrero with it. Beto and Rivero play it back to Valdez. Cifuentes puts it on the ground, looks to find Porchella. He spun around, nothing called, as it will make its way to the back line of GA. Jacob Lee sends it forward across the field to number 13. All the way in looking for Combs again. Cifuentes is there on defense. It's skied up and played down by Kiski. Feinstein to the middle of the field for Ferrero. Lopez called for the foul. Not called for the foul. Tyler Weiss, number 13, going to take the free kick. It was Lopez on the infraction there. Into the box, out the back, across the end line, over the head of number 4, Brett Rabiner. Set by Alvaro up to Mackay. Rivero will play it on. Heading it forward is Donovan Phillip with some momentum in space. Cut off by GA. And Rabiner comes away with it as Phillip was double teamed over there by the GA defense. Rivera in space and cleared away by Rabiner. Alvarez to Porchella into the middle for Phillip with the left hand. It's in the net. Donovan Phillip off the bar, off the keeper, and in the back of the net for the first strike of the game. Number 10 for the Cougars with the left foot. Kiski takes a 1-0 lead here over Germantown. About halfway through the first half of the game here. GA wants to reset quickly, get things going. So GA resets things here, and we're back underway with Kiski having a 1-0 lead over the Patriots of Germantown. We'll see how both teams respond, as I'm sure that woke both teams up, for better or for worse. What did they say? I guess. Played out, and I'll get you back to the action here. So just trying to figure out what's happening here in the stadium, trying to figure out the clock here. Ben Feinstein with it, up to Porchella, back to Ali Ferrero, Valdez at the back. He's going to run all the way up across midfield, plays it to Alvarez, it's cut off. He's able to collect that pass that was deflected by number 2. Feinstein looking for space. Mackay back to Valdez. Sebastian sends it up. Alvarez looking to work around the GA defense. Feinstein comes through with a big kick. And it's out across the back line of Kiski. Valdez will play it out across the sideline. Rabiner will take the throw-in for GA. Space for number 13. And he's looking for the foul, but nothing doing. Reset by Alvaro. Cifuentes has it taken away. Valdez has it taken away by number 20, Venziali. It will be Germantown's throw-in on the far side. Now under 20 minutes to play. Feinstein will move things forward to Phillip. He decides to lay back and not avoid the to avoid the collision there. Donovan had one heck of a collision in his last trot onto the field with the goalkeeper from Shipley. So he's probably a little bit tentative this time around, trying to stay in the game. He had to leave the game last time, so I'm sure he's eager to be on the field. Mackay cuts it off, and Valdez cleans it up. He's got Valdez with Alvarez, excuse me. Valdez sends it to Alvarez in space. And Wetzel smartly cuts him off. Wetzel with the intentional cut off there, but no card given. But an opportunity for Kiski here with Feinstein from about 35 yards out. Sent into the box nicely off the head of Tati Cifuentes. And into the game comes Josue de Leon. He subs in for, not sure who he subbed in for. Oh, Sebastian Porcella. So Josue in for Sebastian. GA resets it from their keeper's position to Rabiner, pressured by Alvarez, over to Wetzel. Up through the middle. And finding a runner down the right-hand side, it's number 7. He's got 2 Cougars to get around. Sent into the middle of the field. GA with a real opportunity here. Number 13 works into space. Sent out wide. Combs cut off by Ferrero. Whiffs on the clear. Still in the box. Cleared out wide to number 7. Turns with the left foot. And it's number 7, Sean Lipschitz, with the finish on the right-hand side of the net past Alvaro Garrido. And we're all tied here, 1-1. Subbing into the game, Aiden Trebosch for GA. He's subbing in for Colin Leon. Still plenty of time here in the first half. Played up to Donovan Phillip. Rivero out wide to Adrian Alvarez. Alvarez working down the left-hand side against Rabiner. and it will be GA's possession. Ferrero steps up. Feinstein clears it over to the side to Mackay. Rivero back to Ferrero. Over to Cifuentes. Takes a shot at Alvarez off the head of Urbiner. Mackay plays it down and off of number 7, Sean Lipschitz, the goal scorer for GA. Rivero will take the inbound throw from Mackay Beto. Alvarez to Ferrero. Beto into space where Phillip is. Wetzel going to battle with Donovan Phillip. It's cleared out by GA temporarily. Lipschitz plays it into space. Alvarez will track it down for Kiski, though. Works it past Beto. And Fernando has the clear. He'll look for the inbound pass. Feinstein will knife through. It'll get knocked back to Rabiner at the back for GA. Lipschitz now on the sideline. Alvarez plays it around the defense. Wetzel there to help clean things up. And Trebosch is going to take the draw the foul here back behind the play. Josue will take his first touch on the far side. Tracked down by number 14, Christian Combs. It'll be a Kiski throw in on the far side. Josue drops it off for Kike Lopez. Feinstein in to disrupt the play with Fernando Rivero. Ali Ferrero plays it into Alvarez. He's getting bodied by several GA players, but his resilience lets him come all the way through the midfield over to Josue. He's going to cross it. Looks for Feinstein with the right foot, and Wetzel able to get a foot in the way. They're going to call it off of Feinstein, though. So they're going to call a missed strike from him over the net, and it'll give possession to GA. Looked like, from our perspective, maybe it was deflected, but either way. It's sent into the middle of the field where Feinstein goes up with Combs. It bounces back to Lopez. Combs pushes it on for Venziali. He works to the middle of the field. Making the run down the far side is Combs. Crossed and still kept in. Looks like it did go across the back line there. Number 22 is going to sub back in, Colin Leon. Back in, this time he's going to sub for Roan Harrington, number 2. Rivero tries to move it on. Rabiner puts it into the middle of the field. Josue will chest it down. Trying to work around the defense. He's got Lopez there with some speed. Puts it into Donovan Phillip. Not enough on that pass for Wetzel. He's able to come in and cut it off. Rivero working around with Josue, who's got space, knifing through the defense. Can he save it? And across the end line. Nice moves from Josue there. Just not able to keep control of it before it crossed the end line. Just about 10 minutes left, according to our clock up here. So we're not, again, we can't see the scoreboard from where we are, and I'm not sure that anybody's running the time on the scoreboard anyway. Maybe. Nobody's sitting by the controller, but either way, we have about 10 minutes left in the half. 1-1 here, with both teams finding momentum as it's been sort of an ebb and flow back between the two sides. A nice competitive match, something you'd expect here in the finals, and you'd hope for, I guess, that it would be a competitive match between both sides, and it has been. Lipschitz will lay it off for Rabiner. Fernando Rivera will cut through. Lays it on for Alvarez. He works around Rabiner. Still going around. A little dance they're doing down in the corner there. Alvarez sends it through. Off the head of Wetzel. Deflected out to the other side of the field. And Lopez does a nice job of shielding the ball. Be a throw-in on the far side. Coming into the game, Miguel Fernandez for Kiski. He subs in for Adrian Alvarez, who's put in a nice half of soccer so far. We'll see if Miguel, though, with some fresh legs, can inject some presence into the game. Thrown into Donovan Phillip. Turns, shot, and just off the side of the net. Nice look from Donovan, a tough angle shot. But off the near side post. Wetzel plays it over to his defensive partner at the back, Jordan Lee. GA making a run now down the far side of the field. It's number 13 working into space. And Cifuentes is going to draw the foul. So a nice opportunity here from GA. And that's Tyler Weiss who drew the penalty. And I apologize, there are so many nets on the field at the back. There's actually 4 on that side of the field. It's the one that's right on the right-hand side of your screen right now is the one he's aiming for. I mean, he could put it in one of the other nets. We'd be okay with that. But if he puts it in that one, that's a bad thing for Kiski. Looks like Weiss is going to take the free kick just outside the 18. It's about 20 or so yards away. A nice opportunity here for GA. Weiss sets up for the kick. He's on the left-hand side of your screen. Puts that low shot into the chest of Alvaro. Dropping to his knees to make that save. Alvaro playing into the sun a little bit, which is a challenge for him as he's got to look back into it. GA's been working it down the other side of the field, though, thankfully, so he's able to see those shots a little bit better. Anything down this right-hand side might be a little bit more of an issue. GA doesn't have that problem necessarily as Kiski's playing into the sun. Valdez plays it up to Makai Beto. He's got Lipschitz there. Beto crosses. Josue looking to make a header into the back of the net. Subbing in is Harrington. Again, Roan Harrington coming in for Rabiner. Brett Rabiner. Number 4 at the back. On the far side, it's going to be Ferrero with it. Lays it off for Kike Lopez. He's got speed. Not sure. That looked like it may have been punched out by the keeper. And not able to keep it in is Rivero. Roughly about 5 minutes left here in the first half. Again, I have to apologize for the quality of the stream. I know it's probably not great on your side. Hopefully you can hear me just fine. We're running it off the internet off my phone out here in the middle of the soccer field, so there's no internet really where we are that we can pull from. But hopefully you can hear me just fine and see some of the picture. We also don't have access to the scoreboard on our side of the field, so we're cobbling it together. But thanks for joining us for this outstanding match so far. Tightly contested between both sides. Fernandez will play it down for Kiski. Harrington moves it forward. Weiss and Lipschitz with it. Feinstein looking to get the call. It will not go his way. It will be a Patriot throw-in here near side. Thrown into Weiss, up to Venziali. Venziali looks to work it over to Lipschitz down the right-hand side. Coming over is Cifuentes and Beto, and he'll play it out across the end line. So a corner kick late here in the half for the Patriots. Lining up over there to take that kick. Looks like it's number 7, Sean Lipschitz. He's got Weiss. Weiss there near side, who's going to trot in. They're going to loft one high out to the far post. But a foul called away from the ball. So a break for Kiski here. Alvaro plays it up. Headed by Weiss. Lopez with pressure against Combs on the far side. Weiss now with it over in front of his student section. He moves to the middle of the field, looks to find Lipschitz at the middle. Cut off by Beto, and quickly coming the other way is Miguel Fernandez. Works inside. Chased down by Harrington. Ferrero. And it looks like a handball on Harrington, but Kiski will set up about 40 yards out with Rivero. So Rivero over the ball. Again, about 40 yards out in front of the net. It's pretty centered in front of the net. Sent in and cleared out by GA. Feinstein there to track it down for Kiski. He's got plenty of space to work with to Rivero off of Venziali, who's trying to track it down. Valdez heads it. Miguel Fernandez has it taken away. Feinstein heads it forward for Josue. Josue cuts back to the middle of the field. Going to look for a late shot attempt here. That one's off of GA, and it should be a Kiski corner kick here very late in the half. Time being kept on the field now. Fernando Rivero is going to take the kick for Kiski. Nice centering attempt from Rivero, and it's going to go out the back across the end line. They had the personnel in there, just not able to make enough good contact with it to send it. Referee signals 1 minute left in the half. Sent forward by Lee. Feinstein plays it back, looking for Valdez. who plays it out across the sideline. It'll be a throw in for GA. Harrington quickly resets it into Lipschitz. Fernandez. Now it's Wetzel. Plays it in deep for Benziali. And it looks like it's going to be called a corner kick for GA. Should be just about the end of the half here soon. We'll see. I imagine they're going to let this corner kick go in first. Weiss will take it. High up into the air. Cleared out by Rivero. Josue using the body, trying to get around GA. Rivero now to Feinstein. He puts it into space for Fernandez. And that's going to end the half, all tied at 1. All tied at 1 here at Conshohocken, here at the Proving Grounds for the PAISAA State Championship. Tied up 1-1 between Kiski and Germantown Academy. We'll have a short intermission here, and we'll be back with second half action in just a moment. Thanks for sticking around with us. Welcome back to the start of the second half here at the PAISAA Championships at the Proving Grounds in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia, I think. I don't know. GPS told me where to come, and I even messed that up. So we got here in time, though, here enough to call the game, and we've got a tense crowd, tense situation here on our hands as we're all tied at 1. Goal scorers so far have been Donovan Phillip for Kiski and Sean Lipschitz for Germantown Academy. So we'll see what both sides, what adjustments they make here in the second half. Kiski should have the opening touch here to start the second half. Looks like the same starting 11 that coach had out on the field in the first half. Porchella knifing through to move it forward. He plays it right to number 22 of Germantown, though. That's Colin Leon, number 22. Ferrero now takes it and sends it the other way for Kiski. Adrian Alvarez was doing a lot of nice work down there against Rabiner on that left-hand side. This one's kept in by GA on the far side, knocked down by Ferrero. Porchella over the head and to Fernando Rivero. There's Sebastian Porchella making a run, working against number 11, John Strauss. It's cleared out for a throw-in deep in GA territory here. Kike Lopez there to take the throw-in. Over the head and to Donovan Phillip. Back to Fernando Rivero. Just sends it over the net. A little bit of a bicycle kick from Donovan to get it a nice pass and opportunity for Kiski. Looks like Jordan Lee going to send it away. No, I don't think that's Jordan Lee. Jacob Lee, excuse me. Cut off at midfield by number 22 of Germantown. Rabiner will send it forward. Feinstein plays it down. Back to Tati Cifuentes. He's going to take a shot up the field. Rabiner and Wetzel there. Kiski's got numbers. It's Donovan Phillip with space, takes the left shot just wide of the net. Nice look from Kiski there. Little miscommunications from GA's defense on the back. Set up a nice opportunity there. Jacob Lee will set up over the ball. He's going to send it away for the Patriots. Off the head of Ali Ferrero. Feinstein chests it down, plays it up with a little flick. Fernando Rivera sends it to Adrian Alvarez. He's got space on the left-hand side, closed off by Harrington. Sent back to Rivero. He sends it into the box, just over the head to the foot of Sebastian Porchella. Lays it off for Kike Lopez, now at the feet of Donovan Phillip. Still tense, and Cava comes out, and he's going to make the save, able to keep it out of the net and able to save the corner opportunity as well. Able to keep it across from going across the end line as he was diving to make the save on the off-pace shot from Donovan Phillip. A little bit of a change-up, which kind of had Cava leaning a little bit too early, but he's able to make the save. Alvarez is going to turn with it, puts it in for Donovan Phillip. He gets his own pass back, sends the shot on the ground just wide right of the cage there. I'll bring in a baseball analogy on that one. Just got to straighten it out a little bit. Little foul ball off to the right. So he's missed wide left, missed wide right. It's an odds game here. He's got to put one straight in the back of the net. He's already done it in the first half. Why not do it in the second half? Ferrero at midfield has Lopez cutting through. Kike plays it up off of Rabiner. Mackay goes up to battle for it. Ping-ponging at midfield. Is Feinstein going to be the one to settle it down? He is. He plays it into space looking for Porchella, who chests it, moves it back into the middle of the field. Lays it off for Ben Feinstein. He finds his teammate number 6, Ali Ferrero. Ferrero puts a ball into space. Thought he had Mackay Beto running down the left-hand side. Just out of his reach. He's quick, just not that quick. Valdez at his feet. Up to Porchella. Strauss. It's played over to Weiss now of Germantown Academy. He's got Fernando Rivero in front of him. Ferrero and Rivero work together to clear it away. Feinstein helps in that process. Over to Porchella. He looks up to Ferrero. Ferrero again now has Alvarez down the left-hand side. And the flag is up. Offsides called against Adrian Alvarez. Not sure that one was it could go either way. Let's say it that way. Could go either way, to say it diplomatically here. But either way, Kiski battling on the far side with Lipschitz. And Mackay does a nice job shielding the ball, gets possession for the Cougars. Rivero working to take the throw in. A little bit of a wasted opportunity there from the Cougars. So the Patriots will have a throw in over the head of everybody back to the back line. Tati Cifuentes puts it to the moon. It's Venzali playing it back to Weiss, over to Lipschitz. He's going to cross it into the box. Lopez comes through and heads it back into some space. Strauss there. Lopez battling with Combs. And Cifuentes earns the goal kick by battling with Combs. Strauss comes through. Ferrero takes contact with Weiss. Feinstein going to play it on to space, and for Phillip. And coming out and cutting that off is the goalkeeper. It's going to be Kiski's possession. They're looking for a little bit more with the contact with the keeper. Either way, it's going to be a throw-in on the far side. Lopez heads it. Harrington puts it up in the air as well. Lee now with it, battling with Lopez. Played into space. Getting a good turn on it is Venziali. Shot right at the keeper, Garrido, excuse me. Alvaro. Blended that first and last name together. Alvaro with a great save. He puts it up and across midfield line. Sebastian Porchella goes up battling for it. Kiski resets it quickly, and now a throw-in is earned by the Cougars. Lee puts it back to midfield. Cifuentes there to take it away with Valdez. Feinstein to Ferrero. Porchella looks to turn with it. He's run into by Jacob Lee. So Rivero will set up over the ball about 40 yards out. Had a similar opportunity in the first half, put a nice ball in the box. Again, headed this way, the goal that you're looking for him to score in is the one on the far right side of your screen. There's two practice nets, or two other nets, I should say. Sent in low to Lopez. Valdez bicycles it over his head. Mackay is going to cross it. And Cava's going to go up and collect it at the back far post. And Valdez is just going to tap it out of play. Germantown's going to earn the throw-in on the far side, just in front of the concession stand there. Sun's starting to set a little bit more. Again, that's a problem this time now for Germantown. The keeper looking right into the sun. So it should be Kiski's advantage here in the second half. It's getting pretty low in the sky. Again, I think teams should work down this near side that we're on to use that sun to their advantage a little bit. They're all working on the far side of the field, though. Alvarez around the defense. He's got Wetzel there who slides and clears it out. Beto will throw it in again to Alvarez. Alvarez is going to be called for the infraction there on the far side, so they'll have a free kick to the Patriots. Lee will set up for the Patriots. It's going to send it across midfield. Feinstein will head it down for the Cougars. Rivero, it's ping-ponging back and forth. Porchella comes away with it for Kiski. Sent out wide, has Ferrero at midfield. Porchella now with it. Tries to find Alvarez on the runner. It's cut off by GA, and they're coming away with it now to number 22, sent to Christian Combs on this side of the field. He's got Strauss with him down the wing. Lopez with an aggressive play. Combs tries to cross it, and looks like it's going to go off the Kiski defense and should be a corner kick for Germantown Academy. Coming into the game for Germantown, number 10, Aiden Trebosch, and number 17, Jacob Cafferson. Well, not yet. I assume they're gonna, I don't know, maybe. They're gonna let subs come in just yet. Maybe after this corner kick. They're gonna have the corner before subs. Headed out by Rivero. Makai Beto knifes through and puts it out to Strauss. Lipschitz. Now Kiski's going to come. They've got numbers. GA racing to get back on defense. Porchella lays it off for Kike Lopez. Lee comes through to clear it out across the sideline. And now we're going to have substitutions made. Again, 17 and number 10 coming in for Germantown. In for Kiski, Robbie Strobel. In for Toti Cifuentes, seeing his first action of the afternoon, is Robbie. And then Fernando Rivero is going to be subbed out by Josue de Leon. Coming out are Lipschitz and Harrington for Germantown Academy. Lee will head it up. Ferrero goes to battle with number 10, freshly in the game. Or re-entered into the game, I should say. Feinstein now at the circle at midfield, sends it over to the other side of the field. Alvarez, he gets around the charging defense. Cleared out near midfield is by number 17 just into the game. Kiski with it, though. It's Beto. And looks like it's going to be a goal kick after all of that bouncing around. By our calculation, there's about 24 minutes left in the second half. Again, they're keeping time on the field, we've learned, like the whole half. We thought we just couldn't see the scoreboard. They're not running time on the scoreboard. They're keeping it with the referees. I assume to keep things fair and balanced so that we don't have one school or the other keeping time. So there's no questions about that. Foul against Germantown Academy on the challenge. And Strobel will put it up to the chest of Donovan Phillip. Ferrero gets the pass from Sebastian Porchella. He's got Weiss marking him. Played back to Strobel. Strobel to Lopez. Josue gets it through. He's got Ferrero with him. Ferrero now has the ball. Lays it off to Josue. Sent in. And it's there. It's Sebastian Porchella with the rebound opportunity. Off the pass from Josue de Leon. Porchella pulls the Cougars ahead 2-1. Halfway through the second half. Sebastian and I made a bet that if he scored a goal today, he wouldn't have to finish the assignment that he was working on yesterday. So I guess he's earned that honor that instead of turning in 3 things, he now only has to turn in 1. So congratulations to him. Regardless of how this game turns out, he's won that small victory. Lee with it now at the back. Sent all the way to the Kiski back line. It's going to be headed out by Robbie Strobel. And Alvaro has to put in some effort there to make that save. What looked like a routine save was a little bit harder than I think anybody was anticipating on our side. But Alvaro collects it, punts it up into the sky out near the midfield line, headed down by Strauss of Germantown Academy. Wetzel plays it to the other side, headed down by Strobel. Cut off by Porcella, played back to Valdez. Has it at his feet, sent to Alvarez. He turns with it, and it's cut down by Brett Rabiner, number 4 on the far side of the field. Kiski will have the throw in. It's Makai Beto. Alvarez comes away with it for Kiski, puts it into space, headed down by Josue. Phillip puts it on. Strauss coming through. Josue de Leon still there, trying to put the pressure on Germantown, and they have to clear it across the end line. It'll be a corner kick from the far side of the field, taken by number 8, junior Ben Feinstein for Kiski. And I feel like I need to say this every time, but the net, again, is the third one from the left, the one farthest right on your screen. It's confusing while we're here in person. I can only imagine watching it on the screen. You probably can't see real great anyway. Feinstein puts it in the air. It's up. Cava comes out and swats at it. It's still loose in the box. Donovan Phillip getting pressured by Lee to Josue. He plays it to Ferrero. Chipped back to Josue. He's going to try and work around with the side, but Christian Combs does a nice job to cut that off. Now it's Trebosch. Chests it down. He's got some space. He plays it up to the back line of Kiski. It's number 4, Robbie Strobel, playing it to Lopez. Kike pushes it forward to Jacob Lee. Lee to Combs. Now taken away by Kiski. Coming the other way is Josue de Leon. He's working towards the back line. Lee cuts that off nicely. Comes away with some speed. At the middle of the field, Porcella steps up to cut that off. Slow things down. Wetzel plays it to Trebosch. Trebosch to Lee. Lee plays it back to Rabiner. Over the head of number 20, it's Valdez, who heads it forward for Kiski out near midfield. Nice play by Ben Feinstein to cut off that pressure. Not able to keep it in, but it'll be a throw-in for the Patriots on the far side of the field. Again, if you're just joining us, Kiski has a 2-1 lead over Germantown Academy. Kiski in all black, trimmed in white. GA in their white kit, trimmed with red numbers. Lipschitz is coming into the game for number 20, Nicholas Venziali. And throw in earned for Kiski on the far side by Feinstein and Beto working together. Mackay launches it out near the middle of the field. Played off of GA again. Mackay steps into this one. Again, puts it 20 or 30 yards down the field. Donovan Phillip in a foot race with 2 GA Patriots. Works around Wetzel, left foot. That's a good goal. Donovan Phillip with number 2 extends the lead for the Kiski Cougars, making it 3-1 off the left foot. Working around Connor Wetzel. Looks like to be about 18 minutes remaining, so about half remaining. For a second there, it didn't look like it went in the net. That's why I had a pause there. But it is a good goal. Cava did get a piece of it, so it looked like it kind of deflected off the side of the net from my perspective. We've got Weiss coming in for Trebosch as well for Germantown Academy after the goal. So Kiski with some life now. They've got a little bit of breathing room. Not enough, though. Germantown's been pressing all day, getting their opportunities. Josue is back checked from Weiss. Josue called for the foul. Combs now with it, working with Lipschitz down the left-hand side. Combs lays it off for Lipschitz. He works to the center of the field. Feinstein on defense. Works it all the way across the field. Rabiner in chase now for GA. Cleared off of Ben Feinstein and out. Looked like an opportunity there for GA, but no shot taken as they throw it in quickly into Harrington. He sends it into the box. Cleared out by Kiski. Donovan Phillip puts it into space. He's got Alvarez on the run. GA making a run back on their defense. He slows things down. He's in the box, works around Wetzel, works around Rabiner. Still with it, right foot shot right into the hands of Joseph Cava. Now under 16 minutes to play by our count. Again, they're keeping time on the field. We're just doing our best up here to keep time. That's Christian Combs with it. Knocked off the ball by Porcella. Weiss quickly sets the free kick down the sideline to Lipschitz. Lipschitz sends it in to Colin Leon off the back of Sebastian Valdez. In a foot race is Mackay. Nice work by him, working around number 17. Wetzel has to come in and make a sliding save at the back line to break up that breakaway opportunity for Kiski. This is Lipschitz now looking to cross it into the box, through the back. Leon with it now. He chips it into the box off the head of Weiss and sailed over the net by Sean Lipschitz. He had a nice look at the goal. Just too much behind the ball as he, I'm sure his eyes got big on that one as he had a fairly wide open net. We've got Ben Conti coming on for Adrian Alvarez, and Ali Ferrero is going to come out of the game with Fernando Rivero coming in for him. So on Thursday last week, with Conti coming into the game, those fresh legs he brought in a real opportunity pretty quickly. So we'll see if that same freshness pays off for them here. Handball called in favor of the Patriots, so they'll reset with a free kick opportunity here. Lee steps up from the defense to send it into the box. Valdez puts it back out. Weiss will cross it in off the head of Robbie Strobel. Flagged down by Leon. Harrington with the shot and not able to get the right kind of connection on that to put any real pressure on the Kiski goalkeeper, Alvaro Garrido. Alvaro will send his teammates forward. Take some time off the clock here as it starts to become the enemy of the Patriots here late. Now about 13-ish minutes on the clock. I say that like we're the official timekeepers. Colin Leon is called for the infraction there. Feinstein will reset. Valdez has it cut off by Christian Combs in a foot race now. Beto blasts it to Rabiner on the other side of the line. Conti in a foot race with Rabiner. Nice body control from him to keep it inbounds. And Harrington able to track him down. Ben Conti on the far side to earn a throw-in for the Patriots. Donovan Phillip with the takeaway. He's got space. He's got numbers with him. Again, left foot. Going for the hat trick. Just wide left. And I don't want to say that this was a announcer's blessing, but I did say he missed left, he missed right, and then he did. The next shot he took was down the middle. So he made good on my promise that he would score a goal. So I have to thank him for that. Number 20 subbing into the game for Germantown Academy. Not sure who's coming off. Looks like it's going to be Wetzel coming off. Venziali is coming on for Wetzel. Wetzel looks like he may be struggling with a cramp or something. Harrington with it now for Germantown. Plays it off to Venziali. Gets a nice send-off from his fans as they chant his name as Wetzel. Strauss now plays it up to number 22. Laid off for number 20. Back to Strauss. Venziali turning with it. Lays it off wide left to Sean Lipschitz. He's going to pass it off to Christian Combs, trying to work around Kike Lopez. And Lopez with a nice job sliding through to block that cross. However, Lipschitz is going to earn the corner kick. It'll be taken by number 13, Tyler Weiss. And Rabiner got his foot on it, but not able to get a shot away. Cleared out by Kiski. Weiss will take it, Strauss takes it, passes it down the right-hand side, crossed into the box, headed out by Robbie Strobel of the Cougars. And Porchella not able to wrangle that one in just yet. Still battling for it. It's cleared into space. Ben Conti with it. 3-on-3, as GA battles back. Conti draws the contact, and Lee shakes it off down there in the box. Now under 10 minutes, according to our clock. According to Verizon time, I suppose. Do you have Verizon? Yeah, he has Verizon. I got to thank my colleague, Mark Roadhamel. He's up here keeping clock and being a nice assistant here. Normally I'm doing this by myself, but I have to appreciate the help on the finals here. That's Christian Combs now down the right-hand side. Kiski's definitely fallen back into more of a defensive posture here late in the game. They're normally pressing heavily in the offensive zone. They've sort of sat back and let GA get a little bit more down the field, I would say, here, since they've scored their second goal. Ali Ferrero is going to sub into the game for Sebastian Porchella. Alvaro puts it out to midfield, headed off of Strauss, and should go out of play for a Kiski Cougar throw-in. Lopez will take the throw-in for Kiski. Throws it into Josue. Tries to work it down to Lopez. It's taken away by the Patriots. They're coming the other way with Lipschitz. Lipschitz and looks like Weiss put it on for Christian Combs. Weiss, it finds its way back to number 2, Harrington. He plays it over to Rabiner. Conti comes through at the back and clears it into some space out near midfield. It's a foot race between Phillip and Lee. Donovan uses the body to work around Jacob Lee, who comes up limping. He's been kind of nursing a leg injury here most of the second half. Sorry about that. There we go. Resetting. Venziali plays it off. He gets the pass back from his teammates. Played on for Christian Combs. Crossed far side looking for Sean Lipschitz. Lopez there. And kick scored by Tyler Weiss. Nice play from Lipschitz to Weiss over the head of Alvaro Garrido. Now we've got Wetzel in for Jacob Lee at the back. By our time, there's about 6.5 minutes left. We'll see what the time on the field is, but Kiski with a 3-2 lead here. Now that hopefully they'll see what they do here, I guess, to keep that lead. Valdez with it at the back. He's going to play it all the way up. Cut off by Strauss. Conti with it. He works down the side, or tried to work down the sideline. Cuts it to Ferrero instead at the middle of the field. Ali works with it, puts it into space. It's Josue. He moves to the middle of the field, looks for a shot opportunity back to his right foot, and save made by Cava. Late will keep things +1 for Kiski. Starting to get a little bit dark here. Sun's starting to set. They don't seem to be turning the lights on, so I apologize if it's getting a little bit darker on the camera. Valdez is going to be called for the foul there. They reset the free kick. Played into space in middle of the box. Cleared out. And shot attempt from number 17, Jacob Cafferson, or cross attempt. Either way, a little bit awkward. Sends it across the back line. By our counts, there's about 5-ish minutes left in the game. Again, we haven't seen an indication from the ref of how much time remains, but we believe it to be about 5 minutes. Feinstein will cut through, puts it into the air. Wetzel at the back again, plays it over, and across the sideline over there, it's going to be a substitution. It's going to be Porchella coming in for Ali Ferrero. It'll be a corner kick, or excuse me, throw in. What am I talking about? I'm looking at Jacob Lee coming back into the game. Oh, they call him back off. They haven't given the substitution yet. Where's the throw-in happening? Right there. It's hard to see on that sideline with all the fans and etc. Porchella now with it. He's taken down in the box. No call, though. Fernando with it. Donovan Phillip now works around. Taken away by Harrington, excuse me. Valdez will blast it back. Kiski's definitely offsides with Porchella still in the box. So Lee's going to sub into the game. Porcella's still down in the box there with a cramp. They have stopped the clock. We've stopped it around 3 minutes. I see multiple cell phones down on the sideline keeping time, so not sure. You know, again, we're keeping it up here, but we'll see how much time is indicated by the referee here shortly. Let's see where play's restarting at. Sorry, oh, here it is. Far side throw in from Makai Beto. Kept in by Kiski. Played to the middle of the field. Feinstein will chest it down, moves it up. Harrington plays it back to his keeper, who's going to put it out to midfield. Lopez coming through. He's got the right speed to keep that one in bounds. Plays it around the defense. Josue in the middle of a Patriot triangle there, works it around. Back to Rivero. Plays it down the sideline. Lopez battling with Strauss, and Strauss earns the throw-in on the far side of the field, or excuse me, near side of the field, far down there in the corner. I've got about 2 minutes remaining here, I think. Phillip with it, plays it off into space for Ben Conti, who's going to send it well left of the net. To his defense, maybe he was aiming at one of those other ones. It's confusing, I'm telling you. Adrian Alvarez is going to sub back in for Conti on that left wing. Rivero plays it up to Donovan Phillip. He plays it over to Josue, and there's going to be a free kick from about 35 yards out. We've got 3 minutes indicated, sorry. So we are a little bit behind on time. 3 minutes indicated from the referee. As if that didn't make any of our fans hold their breath even more, but 3 minutes on the clock. Ben Feinstein set up about 35 yards out, and he's dead center of the field. So he's got an opportunity to take that shot from that range, or he's going to push it forward. He's going to take the shot, and Cava's going to race for it. They're going to say he kept it in. Touched by Rivero. Nice touch. Bicycling it, moving it on. De Leon to Kike Lopez, battling with Strauss down the sideline into the corner. Lopez down across the end line. He's going to take it all the way in. Quick offset. And into the game, Francisco Sanchez. When did he sneak on the field? That's going to make it 4-2 Kiski late here with under 3 to play. Francisco Sanchez with the late sub. Nice work by Kike Lopez working down that end line. And then just lays it off for for Sanchez to finish. Germantown will reset here. About 2 minutes left according to our clock. And a little bit more breathing room for the Cougars. Rivero now has numbers with him. It's Josue De Leon, going to be called offsides. And he's given a card as he fired it at the goalkeeper. Josue is given the card. Into the game comes number 17, Charles Manuel Sanchez. Lopez puts it up in the air, battling there with number 20. He sends it down the sideline. That's Lipschitz with it now in a race. He's got Strobel and Lopez to get around. And it's a corner kick for Kiski, or for Germantown, excuse me. And out across the end line. Coach Laux makes several substitutions. Buku into the game, Andy Correa, as well as Manuel Perez into the game for the Cougars. Alvarez out, Donovan Phillip out after scoring 2 goals. Also, Kike Lopez, who put in a nice effort, had an assist there on that last goal. All but locking it up here for the Cougars, now under a minute to play. Ref should be blowing it dead here shortly. Cleared out by Mackay. Over to the girls' game. Crossed into the box and caught by Alvaro. And that'll end the game. Kiski Cougars back-to-back defending champions of the PAISAA playoffs as the student body rushes the field and the Kiski Cougars join their student body on the field. Kiski with a 4-2 victory here at the Proving Grounds. The number 1 seeded Cougars with the win.